Hey, it's Jordan here from Hardcore Music Studio, and today I want to show you a case study from one of our students, Luke. Now, with our help, Luke was able to go from having no direction, no confidence, and never achieving a pro mix to now confidently working with clients and having multiple paid projects released on Spotify. And he's now supplementing his main job as a music teacher with income that he's making from his home studio. So, in a few seconds, I'm going to play that interview for you so you can see how we helped Luke achieve this. And then after that, I'm going to come back on here and explain how you can get the same help Luke did if you want to achieve similar results for yourself. All right, so without further ado, here's my interview with Luke. Hey everyone, Jordan here from Hardcore Music Studio, and I've got one of our students, Luke, here to talk about how he was able to go from never being able to achieve a pro quality mix and then now being able to achieve it consistently and confidently. So thanks for coming on, Luke.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of what you do inside and outside of the studio.
So I've been in the music scene for a long time. I used to play in bands when I was younger, and then I got into recording for a while, and then I kind of drifted off. A lot of that was because I really didn't have the confidence to kind of keep going with it. So I've always kind of been in bands on and off. But like recently, within the past couple of years, I decided to kind of go back into recording and production as it was always something that interests me. But as a career, I'm a music teacher, and then I'm pursuing this on the side as well right now. So
What were the main problems that you had prior to jumping into the program?
a lot of it was kind of not having the confidence, not really having a process was I think the like I could always start a mix or a production, but I never really had any direction where to go. I would second guess myself a lot whenever I'd be in the process. And that was my biggest struggle for sure, not really having any direction, I would say.
And what was that costing you? Like what was the result of those problems?
Well, the result was basically never finishing projects or finishing projects that I was never really happy with. I could never really figure out how to achieve like that pro quality that I was always looking for, which in the end just made me kind of not want to pursue kind of jumping into a career because I would just didn't have the direction or the confidence.
What are some particular things that really helped you? Like what was particularly effective about it?
Well, just like the idea of like mixing with a template, like I mean, it seems so simple, but I never would have thought of like just having that like a system in place and then and just going through the mix walkthroughs and literally seeing you like always using the same workflow, just I mean, catering to different songs, but like always similar moves. Um, like watching that really changed everything for me because I there was no more like guessing, okay, what frequency should I go? It's like, no, like use these ones, start there. And just kind of seeing that in the program for mixing anyways was a huge game changer for sure.
So it was like going from a situation where it felt like you're not sure what what works, and so you're kind of just like shooting in the dark to where you know what works. It's just a matter of, tailoring that to each song that you're working on.
Yeah, I think like my thought process before, like I had taken a bit of training, but it was like, okay, you got to find like the perfect frequency for everything. So like when like in reality, like when I went through your training, it's like, okay, no, 8K always sounds good on K, like just specific frequencies. Like it's no guessing, just these are what usually works, and
Mhm.
then just obviously tweaking from whatever the sound you're looking for. But there was no more, yeah, guessing and fiddling around where to start.
And then outside of mixing, was there anything else that stood out in particular?
The tracking too, like I realized like when I got into the tracking part of your program, like how a big part of my problem was not that I was super bad at mixing, was actually that my source track sucked and that I didn't really know how to capture things to the highest quality. Because like in your program, we're literally learning how, to get tracks that sound super good the minute you're pulling up your faders, right? So I think that was a huge insight too, like working with actual tracks that sound good right from the get-go.
Why do you think that, that's something that we hear super commonly, but like, why do you think that is? Why do you think that you didn't see that before or hear that?
I think it's because when we're young mixers or engineers, we always think that the magic is always in mixing, right? We think that like that's where all the fixing goes, right? But in reality, when you start diving into seeing how pros do it, it's the complete opposite. Like they have, it's the mixing is just the icing on the cake, but if the foundation is not there, then you can't churn out a pro mix. Like that's just how it works. And I think it's just a noob amateur thing that we all think is what it is, but it's just not reality at the end of the day.
What have been the results that you've been able to get since implementing the things you're learning in the program?
Yeah, basically I've been able to, well, first of all, the confidence. Like I put together a website, I got a portfolio. I've been working with clients confidently. I've done full EPs, singles that have been released onto Spotify already with awesome results, and with bands that have just been super pumped because they can come in and leave with something that competes with other stuff on Spotify.
So confidence, consistency, and then actually getting paid clients and feeling like you're comfortable putting yourself out there because you know what you're doing now.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I would that was one of my biggest issues was just like I was scared to reach out because I didn't think I could do a good enough job. And now that I can, it makes a lot easier to go after it more. So
How has that impacted you and or impacted kind of your life as a whole?
that's good because I can, it's sparked another passion for like another career that I've always like I teach music, so now I've kind of found another outlet. And I really enjoy this. And now it's just giving me the drive to push this more as a career and eventually maybe even do this full time. So for me, like that was just huge. I don't think I could have done that without investing in your training for sure.
And that was back, what was that? Like it's over a year ago now, right?
Yeah, I think it was in like 2021. Like it's been
It's been a
yeah,
while.
yeah, I think 2 years, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to reflect back. Like my next question was, I mean, where do you think you'd be right now, 2 years on, if you didn't take action and join the program?
I would have probably just given up and not pursued this, I think, honestly. Like, you need direction if you want to go somewhere, you need mentorship. Like, I'm a strong believer in that. So, yeah, I don't think I'd be doing this, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Yeah, and along those same lines, if there was someone watching this who's kind of on the fence about, getting serious into a program like this, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would definitely say, like, it's like I tell my music students, like, you get mentorship, get pro training from a professional, and that's exactly what your program provides. So I would definitely, that's how I would encourage them. If this is something you really want to, just make sure that if you do go into this, there's no turning back. Like you got to go all in on this because you can't just put one foot in. You got to put both, especially with your training. Like we push hard, and that's, getting the feedback from you and roll off on mix and stuff. You really have to invest. So you got to be prepared to do that for sure. But it's probably one of the coolest things that you could do. So
Hey, I hope you enjoyed watching that interview. Now, if you want access to the same training to learn the same system and get the same feedback and mentorship that they had so that you can start getting similar results yourself, then click the link that's below this video. And that's going to take you to another page where there's a short application form to fill out. Now, once you submit that application, we're going to reach out to you and we'll explain how this all works and we'll answer any questions that you've got and dive into your specific situation to see how we can help you get rid of the confusion, eliminate all the second guessing, and help you finally get your mixes to sound professional and like something that competes out there in the real world. So if that's something that you want, just click the link below, fill out the form, and we'll be talking soon.